we will continue our topic of all the zodiac signs, all the houses in this series. And in this video, I am going to complete what I started in the previous video. In the previous video, I have talked about Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And in this video, I am going to tell you about Libra and so on. So basically, you need to understand that your Lagna, which is your first house, is you, and your seventh house, the world outside of you. Okay. By the time that you come here in the seventh house from the first house, okay, from the first house you complete the half circle of the chart, and you are here in the seventh house. Till then you are becoming yourself a person. You are preparing yourself to come outside in the world. Seventh house is the world. Okay. There you will be meeting with people. There you will be looking at new things. You are outside your home now. Okay. From the first house to the sixth house, it was your upbringing, your education, everything that you have learned from your parents, your family, your teacher, your school. Okay. Now you're ready to pass out that same knowledge that you have gathered to the world, and also to learn from the world. It's a mutual contact. That is seventh house, mutual things. Your mutual friends can be seen via your seventh house. Your partner, whether it's a romantic thing or just a normal friend, okay, what kind of people you like to be around with, that can be seen from the seventh house. What is your outer look? How do you appear in the society? That is the Lagna. But what kind of society you like to live in? Okay. Whether if the society will accept you or not, that can be seen through the seventh house. Business, if you are doing any kind of business and if you are meeting with new people, you are making a deal, that's a seventh house. Okay, that's the thing of a seventh house thing, whatever you want to call it. It could be a mutual understanding. You are understanding the another individual with your own intellect and with your own understanding of the world, how it works, right? In the same way, when you are meeting, let's say for someone for the marriage purposes, let's say you are getting arranged marriage, right? So fifth house will be your attraction, right? That fifth house will give you the energy of attraction. You will be getting attracted to other people, to that individual. Sixth house will be the work, yes or no, the proposal, whether it's going to work out or not. Seventh house will be the marriage, right? This is how it works. Seventh house is not of love. Seventh house is not of casual, sudden rush of feelings. That is a commitment. That carries the energy of commitment. That carries the energy of compromisation. That carries the energy where you are putting yourself out there, okay, on a stable ground, that you are here and you are taking the responsibility of this another person, that you will always be by their side, something like that. Promise, you can say. Libra is a sign of balance, right? The seventh sign, the Libra, it is a sign of balance. If you look at its symbol, it's a balance, right? Scale. What does that mean? It means that you have to find balance within yourself first, then only you will be able to settle down as in, a married couple. Because in a married couple, you are half the person, other half is your spouse. अब जब तक वहाँ पे बैलेंस नहीं है, कॉम्प्रोमाइज, ठीक है, कॉम्प्रोमाइजेशन होना चाहिए, commitment होना चाहिए, trust, loyalty. That's why Saturn, the planet of all of these things that I told you, planet of honesty, truth, commitment, Saturn gets exalted in the 7th house of Libra. Saturn gets exalted in the Libra sign, right? Because Saturn is unbiased, honest. So just like that, 7th house becomes a very important part of your life. After the first house, you come to the 7th house, and all of these things that you have, you were going through, like second house, family; third house, learning; fourth house, emotional learning, some kind of home environment; fifth house, you're again learning the things that you are carrying from the past birth, the things that you have learned from your gurus, your teacher, in your school, from your father, the things that you learn from your father. Fifth house. Sixth house, you started applying those things in daily life, and you started having trouble, whether it was your health, or it was your money related issues, or maybe someone was trying to put you down, pull your leg, and trying to push you into the well. By overcoming all of these things, you have come to the 7th house, where you are meeting with real people, meeting real world. So yeah, like that, in the 7th house, it's also, let's say ki in 7th house there is something called air element, as I've talked about a lot, the element. In the first house it was the fire element in the sign of Aries, but in the 7th house it is air. Look at it, it's very beautiful. Air is the element to make connections. Third house, 7th house, and the 11th house, they all are carrying the air element. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Right? All of these signs represent what? Connections. Third house, communication. You are talking to other people, expressing yourself. Only when you express yourself, you will be able to make any friends. 7th house, making a promise that you will be together forever, whether it is in best friends or a relationship or an agreement or something, let's say something like a contractual thing. Okay, you are signing a contract, a lease or agreement, any kind of paperwork, right? But in the 11th house, you are now making the connection and you're gaining from that connection only. You have a connection, let's say worldwide, you are an influencer, you have lots of followers, people follow you, people look up to you, they want to hear about your stories, they want to hear about your life. Okay, so you have made connection with a large amount of people, let's say a large group of people, crowded people, crowds. Aquarius is the crowds, masses. Again, there is a air sign, air element. Okay, so in the 7th house, the air element, in my previous video, I must have told you about this Mercury thing, that whenever Mercury finds its comfort, it's only in the 6th house or air element. But the reason why Mercury is not exalted in the 7th house, even though 7th house is the air element, इसका reason ये है because 7th house is very fragile. If you are, let's say, making a deal with someone, you are sitting in an interview, there are 5 people ahead of in front of you, and they are trying to judge you on the basis of your merits and skills and all, your communication skills, your personality. What will happen if Mercury is in the 1st or 7th house? As I've told you that Mercury is a very malleable planet, it can change its shape anytime. Let's say in the middle of the interviews, you have a certain kind of feeling and you burst out into flames. By flames, I mean you got frustrated and you started saying things that you don't mean. Or maybe words are not coming to your mouth. You got nervous. So Mercury in the 1st and 7th, that's how it feels, pressurized. Okay, they want to be left alone. And in the area of relationships and marriages and all, Mercury is not so comfortable in the first and seventh house. Okay, people who have Mercury in the seventh house, they have a very choosy attitude when it comes to their spouse. They will not decide. They are indecisive in this area, what kind of partner they want. They will tell you thousands of things that they want this. Okay, even the smallest or tiniest of thing will be particular and very unique. And obviously, how are you going to find someone with all those checklists? Okay, all those qualities. So that's why people with Mercury in the seventh house have to settle down for something less. Eventually, they have to. Even if they have Mercury in the first house, whatever they think their relationship should be, it is something lesser than that. They all have like some kind of Prince Charming or Princess Charming stories since they were kid, but it does not get fulfilled. That's how the reality works, and that's why Mercury does not get exalted in the seventh house of Libra, because there Libra requires the strength and the honesty and the unbiased nature of Saturn. What is Saturn? जो दोगे चल जाएगा काम मेरा. I'll settle down. It is more than enough for me. That is Saturn. What happens with people who have seventh house Saturn, regardless of signs? You must have heard that people with seventh house Saturn, they get delayed marriages, okay, delayed relationship and something like that. Why? Because when they are young and they jump into a relationship, a committed, let's say marriage, it starts to give them trouble, if any kind. Like there could be of any situation would be arise in their life where they have to surrender totally. Like, I cannot deal with this now. They run away. Saturn in the seventh house, when the problem arises, the people try to run away from the situation, which is just opposite of what Saturn is in the seventh house. The reason is Saturn wants you to become stable, on your feet, independent before you get into a committed relationship. When it is sitting in the seventh house, it does not matter if it's retrograde, debilitated, exalted, combust or whatever. It does not matter what degree it is. These are some normal general rules that you must understand. All of this depend upon your own maturity. Your maturity level will decide what kind of influence of planets will have on your mind. That maturity level, that karmic level is denoted by other factors such as combustion, retrograde, debilitation, exaltation, degrees, the planets that particular planet is sitting with, okay, the sign it is sitting in, the houses that planet is revolving around. So these kind of things are decided by your own karmic cycles, your own maturity level. So instead of learning what this certain things will behave, how these certain things will behave, like combustion, retrograde, or yogas and dosha, instead of learning that, understand why this is happening in the first place. Because people will come to you and they will tell you that, see, my Saturn is so good, exalted and all, it seems so, but I'm having trouble. Even though I am 32 years, people said that after 30 I will be good, like my marriage will be good, but why my marriage is so bad? So you will tell that person that, sir, even though your Saturn is nicely placed as you say, your own maturity level is not so. Your own karmic cycle have not been yet burned. They still persist in you. So just like that, seventh house is a very sensitive. It's like the outside of your heart. Okay, let's understand this. In your body, you don't have skin. Anyone touches you and you will feel the burning sensation. That is seventh house. People with seventh house Saturn, seventh house Mercury, or first house Saturn, first house Mercury, they are easily They are easily, you can easily trigger them. Also people with Ketu 1st or 7th. This might sound very interesting to you. Some people will try to deny that, but it's true. These placements, if they are in the 1st and 7th house, or even if Saturn is looking at your 1st house from 3rd aspect or any other aspect, even if Ketu is in the 7th house, in the 1st house, even if it is there, like let's say the Mercury planet is the lord of your ascendant, let's say you are Gemini or a Virgo, you will get triggered very easily. And that's the goal of your life, to surpass that thing. When people trigger you, you don't have to get triggered at all. When you have done that, let's say a lot of karmic things would be burned off the bridge, like in between you and the planets. So this is why 7th house needs maturity. That is the sign of maturity. Libra is a very mature sign, very beautiful sign. Libra is a very attractive sign. Okay. People with Venus in Libra, they are very attractive. In their words, in their actions, by the way they dress, by the way they smile, their hair, everything you will look at, it will seem to you attractive. Because their definition of attractiveness is their own energy. As I said, Libra is a very sensitive sign. Venus in Libra. Venus try to, pull out the attractiveness inside, and it will show on the outside. People with Venus in the 1st house. You must have heard that people with Venus ascendant, they look very attractive. Even if they are not looking attractive, but they will be very charismatic people. You sit down for a while with them and you will feel very fine, very good. You will feel like they are the most interesting people ever. Not all of them, but some, most of them. So just like that, 7th house is a very sensitive house. 7th sign, the Libra sign, is a very sensitive sign. Okay. Venus rules it. Venus is for marriage, males and females both. ऐसा नहीं कि फीमेल के लिए आप वीनस नहीं देख रहे हो. वीनस इज मैरिज. वीनस इज दो लोगों का मिलना, वहाँ पे जो पूजा हो रहा है शादी के टाइम पे. पूजा यानी कि जो बंधन बन रहा है, द कमिटमेंट थिंग. Jupiter denotes something else in the woman's chart. It will denote her kind of husband that she is desiring, the kind of husband that she will get. That's a different thing. So Venus rules the marriage house, marriages, relationships, everything. If we have a bad Venus, bad by, I don't mean ki debilitated or combust. Bad, I mean that you are not in the energy of your Venus. You are expelling the energy of Venus from your body instead of inviting that, instead of hugging back the energy of Venus. There is a very beautiful thing saying in Vedic astrology, traditional astrology, like if you disrespect women, your Venus will get bad. So I have seen people in the fear that they will get their Venus in a malefic situation, they will start to respect women. But you can see from their face that they don't like it a bit. They will just smile nicely to women. They will just try to respect them, just in hope that their Venus gets better. It's actually funny, but that does not happen that way. It means when you are disrespecting, let's say women, you are disrespecting feminine energy. Okay, you are disrespecting the very foundation of Venusian energy, that is feminine energy. Okay, and you may have hurt some women's feeling. Let's say you have said some bad things, you have done some bad things to a particular woman. So that does not necessarily mean that your Venus is bad. Yes, you will have a karmic repercussion to that. That's a different story. What you have done is you have hurt the feminine energy that is inside of you. Even if you're a male, even if you're a female, you have both of this energy, masculine and feminine, Ida and Pingla. So when you disrespect any woman, even if you're not saying something, even if you're in your own mind, you're trying to demean some woman. Okay, let's say if you're thinking something negative about a woman, you are disrespecting the feminine energy inside of you. And that is creating hurdles and blockages in the energy of Venus. Venus is closely related to the abundance thing. Venus is highly related to the finances that you are earning, the wealth, your marriage, your happiness, your sense of youthfulness. Okay, when you are, even if you are, let's say, 50 or 60 years old, there will be a sense of youthfulness. And people, even to those people who are just 27, 28, 29, or in their 30, okay, in their 30s, they have lost their youthfulness and they feel like they have become old. And you will see them, like their energy will tell you that they are not young people, they are very old people. But at the same time, some old people will give you the young vibe. That is Venus, youthfulness. The feminine energy is the youthful energy. Always happy, always in the bliss state. So, 7th house Venus, right? 8th house. I am going to just cover it in a very brief manner, because for the 8th house I will create a separate video. Also for every houses I will make a separate video, but 8th house one will be very spectacular. I will give out many beautiful things. So 8th house Scorpio, where does the Scorpio live? Let's say if I told you that go and find me a scorpion, okay? Bichu, the animal, the insect, reptile. It is a reptile, yeah. So you go and find me a Scorpio. Where you will look? You will look under the, let's say you are going at a very abandoned place and you are looking under the stone. Where you will find the Scorpio, it will not be sitting on a tree. It will not be sitting on a wall like a lizard. It will not be flying in the air like the butterfly. The Scorpio will be found only under a rock, a stone, some place damp, not so dry, not so wet. And some Scorpio also live in dry, harsh lands, and you will not be able to look at them because they will be like a chameleon, lost in the background of soil or stone, whatever. The color will be like stone. But the Scorpio, like black Scorpio I'm talking about, which denotes the sign, okay, the 8th house sign, the Scorpion sign. You will find them in damp places. They are very specific species. In the darkness you will find them. They try to hide. They are always in hiding. Have you ever seen like a Scorpio running around the road or maybe in your home? Like ants, okay? I mean, in rare cases, you can see a lion, the Leo, coming out of the jungle and walking around the town. But you will not see Scorpio just having a casual walk, in the town hall. You will not see that. That will be a rare thing. Even though there are lots of Scorpio, there are a lot of Scorpios, the number of Scorpio in the world is obviously going to be greater than lions and tigers, right? But you will not be able to see them, not just because they are small, but because they are hiding. Listen to my words very carefully. Not because they are small in size, but they are hiding. Scorpio people will try to appear as small people, some who doesn't matter in the room, like gray people. They will try to hide themselves. They will try to appear as a small person. Small means someone who is easily, you know, hidden in the room or in the environment, in the nature, like a ninja. So ऐसा नहीं है कि they are small, that's why they are hidden. They are hidden because they like it that way, secretive. All of the zodiac sign can hurt you, but person who is a Scorpio ascendant or Scorpio moon, if they come to the hurting part, they will hurt you like hell. Their hurt will sting you like a, let's say, Scorpio. Okay, because Scorpio has the element of water. Okay, water knows everything. You must be aware of these three signs: Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. They are very good people, very kind people, very empathetic people. But when you get on the bad side, they will hurt you. Sometime they will hurt you intentionally, and sometime they will hurt you unintentionally. Okay, and their hurt is always targeted at your emotional centers. They will not shout at you, they will not beat you, they will hurt you emotionally. This is what I'm talking is something, let's say, on the negative side. But the positive side is they are very intuitive people, they have empathy. Even Scorpio is empathetic. Lord of Scorpio, Mars. Element of Scorpio, water. But Scorpio also carries the element of fire. 8th house, fire. Even though it's a water element. You can say the Scorpio has hot water, like a spa. Hot water spring, okay. Natural spring system. तो उनकी एनर्जी वैसी होती है. 8th हाउस इज डेथ. डेथ में बहुत सारी चीज़ें आती हैं. डिप्रेशन, लोनलीनेस, अटैचमेंट, सैडनेस, feeling of loss when you lose something or someone. Okay, insecurities that you have. 8th house, that unexpected event that will change your life, that will change the life of people around you, that will be the 8th house thing. Okay, that occult knowledge that you possess, that is coming via your 8th house. That mystical connection you have with nature, with other people. You call it spiritual, but that's a natural process. It is not that a person is spiritual or non-spiritual. A person is either walking the path of spiritual or he is, avoiding the path. ऐसा नहीं कि there are two kinds of people. There is only one kind, which is evolving through spirituality. What is spiritual? It means the ritual of spirit. What is the ritual of spirit? To have a real connection with nature around you. If you are living in a forest or in a mountain range or Himalaya, or even if you are living in a fully civilized cultural society, you will have to find the balance and the purpose to mingle with other people while you are not abandoning your spiritual needs. Spirituality is not a responsibility that you have to carry out in order to attain some enlightening thing. Spirituality, enlightenment, these are two different things. Don't mix them. Although it may seem they are very close, but no. Just like that, the 8th house. Listen to me very carefully. I am not deviating from my topic. Everything that I speak here will be related to the topic. every word that will come out of my mouth will somehow lead you to some deeper and greater understanding of the thing that I'm talking about. Second house, family. Okay, your first real connection to the world, that was your mother. Okay. Second house, you connected to your mother with your mouth while you were drinking her milk, the milk that she gave you, the food. The first time you had food was the milk of your mother. Okay. But what if I tell you that the first connection you made with your mother was not through the mouth, but in the womb? Womb. Via the cord, that is connected to your Nabhi and her embryo. 8th house. So this is 8th house energy. The womb energy. Okay. 8th house बाद में नहीं बना ना पहले बना. 8th house was there when you were in the womb. When you come out of the womb, that 8th house is still there. Every time something good is happening in your life, you will have to break the old patterns, break something old. Even when you were getting born, that was the most auspicious of things for your family, for your parents, and for you as well, that you are getting born as a human being. Before that, what happened? The scissors that cut down the cord, and you cried. Tell me you cried while you were getting born. Like some babies don't cry. That's a different thing. The doctors will slap them, so they cry. So that cord cutting thing was the first emotional detachment you had as a human being. Okay, as a normal living, breathing human being, as a baby. And that led you to here. So you ask me and you tell me that I don't want to go through this 8th house transformational period or something like that. Okay, it's not in your hands. That's how nature works. The fruit that is now the mango tree, okay, mangoes will get ripen and they will fall down. They will dry in the ground and they will become seeds, and there the new tree will take place. The new tree will be given birth, okay, and the new tree will happen there. Just like that, when you were getting out of your the womb of your mother, the cord was cut. That was 8th house detachment, 8th house transformational thing that happened to you. You cried. That was the first time that you felt pain and loss. All the other losses in the world right now that you're facing, that if you're losing a lot of money, if you're losing your spouse, if you're losing, let's say, your own relative, if you're losing your own kid, I'm going to that extreme. If you're losing your own kid or your parents, that pain is nothing compared to that pain when you had as a child, as a baby, when the cord was cut. You don't remember that, but that is true. Because as a newborn baby, you don't know what it is to feel pain. That was your first pain. You subconsciously knew that you are not going to stay in the womb of your mother and you are going to given out to the world. And you have to deal with the world on your own. 8th house. So that is 8th house Scorpio, the water sign. In the womb, you are in the, there is a certain kind of, I think it's called amniotic fluid or some fluid. There is some kind of fluid. Okay, I might be wrong, but there is some kind of fluid in the womb that you are, swimming upon in the fluid. Scorpio's water element. The fire in the womb, there is fire, the Manipura chakra. You are between the Manipura and Swadhisthana of your mother. What is that? Swadhisthana, water. Manipura, fire. What did I say? Scorpio is both water and fire. But mostly it's represented by water because it's you are drowning in water when you are in the womb. Even though you are not dead. You are pretending dead. Because you are living through your mother. Whatever she is eating, whatever she is having, the nutrients are getting, to your body. Because you have not developed the second house. There is a very beautiful word in biology, medical term. I don't remember it. But there is a thing, called something like there are some species of lower species, okay, in animal kingdom actually. So they have their mouth and their anus in the same hole, okay. They are very lower species. I don't remember what they are called. Okay. So they only have one hole, no different holes for different things. Mouth and the anus, okay. When you were in the womb, there was only one way of transportation, that was the cord. You did not have second house, you did not have 12th house, you just had 8th house. And only in that 8th house everything was happening. That's why the 8th house is so mystical. Why do you think it's so mystical? Because 8th house in itself is the whole world. Worlds beyond worlds. Worlds inside worlds. Well, I'm giving a lot of secretive things. I hope this video come out to be in public. So if you are listening to this, then it means that, yeah, I have posted this. So let's move to the 9th house. 9th house is totally related to spiritual journey. After the death of 10th house, after the death of 8th house, you move to the 9th house. After you have given up on everything, what happens? The cord is cut. You are crying. You are on the nurse's, hands. The nurse is rocking you like this. And you are looking at the nurse and thinking, who are these people? So after a few minutes or so, you accept the reality. Okay, fine. Ho gaya, so ho gaya. And suddenly you start to sip your mother's milk. Suck out, on her breast and to drink the milk. Second house is formed. All the mother's teachings, her love, every emotion she have for you will come straight to your mouth and you will drink it. That's why it's said that mother's first milk for first few weeks is very important for the child to have a normal healthy life, brain development and health wise, okay, body development. The milk carries a lot of nutrition, okay, for the first few days or first few weeks. So just like that, the 9th house, you have accepted the reality, you have stopped crying, you are drinking the milk. Why? Because now you are holding the hand of your mother. You have given up on everything and now you have surrendered to God. Okay, now take me. I'll do whatever you say. 9th house, blessings, luck, God's help. Shri Krishna rode the chariot for Arjuna. 9th house. That was totally 9th house moment. Okay, that was a totally 9th house moment when he decided to ride the chariot of Arjuna. That's a very beautiful thing. So the 9th house, even then the Arjuna was not, giving up so easily. He was crying like a baby. Even though his cord was cut a long time ago, he was a warrior, Arjuna. Krishna said to him, you are crying like a baby. Even if you are like a Mahavir, okay, even if you are like a warrior, great warrior, you are crying like a baby. You are crying like someone who does not have any capacity, someone who does not have courage. You are neither masculine nor feminine. You have become lowest of all energies. Krishna said to that Arjuna, to Arjuna, to make him realize that why he's crying. And that's when all the whole Bhagavad Gita thing happened. Then finally Arjuna gave up and said, okay, you take upon me. Till the end, Arjuna, was not so much of surrendered. But what he said, then Krishna finally agreed, ki okay, you give up everything and just believe in me. I will do everything for you. Just faith. सब कुछ सरेंडर कर दो मेरे में. 9th हाउस. पूरा 8th हाउस का सिचुएशन चला जब तक अर्जुन ने नहीं किया सेक्रीफाइस सब चीज़ों का. जब वो नहीं कर पा रहा था, देन कृष्णा सेड ओके फाइन, सब भूल जाओ. ऑल द नॉलेज दैट आई गेव यू, ऑल द विधीज आई टोल्ड यू, ऑल द different kind of practices and ways to attain God and to attain enlightenment, I told you. Forget about all of this. Surrender to me at least. I am your charioteer. Okay, I am going to ride your chariot. At least surrender to me. I am your driver. Let me drive you towards the greatest of purpose. तब जाकर के अर्जुन ने बोला ठीक है ये मैं कर सकता हूँ. बट स्टिल मैं डाउट में. बोला अरे तुम रहो डाउट में. So he did. That's when 9th house happened. Okay. Just like that, your life will kick you so hard in the nuts. Your life will kick you so hard that you will be forced to surrender to God. If not in the age of 20s, if not in the age of 30s, if not in the age of 40s, you will have to do that sometime. If not in this birth, then in the next one. If not in that, in the next one, you will keep coming back here. If you don't believe in God, it's fine. Don't believe in God. No one is saying to you to believe in something that you don't experience yourself. That will be a violation of human law. But do you believe in yourself? Arjuna did not believe in himself that he could pull off the whole Mahabharata. Okay, that's when the final answer of Krishna was, अरे ठीक है तुम surrender करो. Surrender everything to me. Forget about everything. I will do things for you. You just take up your bow and fight. I will be the one who is pulling the arrow and putting in the heart of the enemies and the people who come in front of you. You will be just the instrument. ये सोच के अर्जुना did everything. That's why after the Mahabharata, that's when the Yuddha ended, Arjuna cried like a baby. Like what have I done? Like क्या हो गया, कैसे हो गया, किसने कर दिया? तब कृष्ण जाते बोलते अरे तुम फिर चलो रो लो, कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है. So these things you have to understand. 9th house is a very special house. It's a guru. Sagittarius is a guru. Krishna was a guru. There is no greater guru than Krishna right now in Kali Yuga. If you are in the path of, let's say, spirituality or any kind of yoga, Krishna was Yogeshwar, someone who has all the supreme knowledge of yoga. And yoga is not just exercise. Yoga means communion with the supreme element of the whole creation. That's why Krishna was called Yogeshwara. Mahakali is called Yogeshwari, Mahamaya. Same, both are the same. So that Yogeshwara, that 9th house, he was a guru. He was also a fighter, a warrior. Krishna, when he was here on this plane, there was no greater warrior than Krishna. Never have been, never will be. Because Krishna was everyone. He is not a normal person that you see. He was a guru. Guru is not bounded by any physical form, any physical name. Even if you call Krishna by other name, he will listen and he will be your guru. So that's how it is. Do not try to attach yourself with a form or a name or any kind of mischievous activities that Krishna has done. because that's a good thing also, that's the bhakti mark, but you will be engrossed in that and your spiritual growth will be stuck there forever, because what you think is bhakti, that will become your moh, the attachment. That's where the trouble of ninth house comes. People who have trouble in the ninth house, they get, listen to me, they get attached to their belief system so much that they stop, believing in what's real and what's fake and what's just the illusion. Cult, people who follow some cult, let's say, there has been many cults and there will be many cults, okay, yeah, because in this Kali Yuga there will be people who will be misusing those kind of things. That's written thousands of years ago, like that was predicted, and that is happening actually. That is not you and me should stop, that is there, that's why the natural order of law, okay, वो अपने आप है, वो जाएगा, उसका कुछ कर्तव्य है वहाँ पे. So just like that, ninth house is your cult. कल्ट अच्छा भी हो सकता है, बुरा भी हो सकता है. नाइन्थ हाउस इज योर बिलीफ सिस्टम. अब आपका बिलीफ सिस्टम, आपको तो लग रहा है कि आप सही हो ना, बट भगवान जानते हैं कि आप सही हो या गलत हो. कोई इंसान नहीं जानता, गुरु जानते हैं आपके कि आप सही हो गलत है. गुरु जानते हैं, आपकी मदर जान सकती है और भगवान जान सकते हैं. इन तीनों के अलावा नो वन कैन नो इफ यू आर सही और गलत. इफ समवन इज सेइंग दैट यू आर रॉन्ग, डोंट लिसन टू देम. इफ योर गुरु इज सेइंग दैट यू आर रॉन्ग, fall down to his feet, ask for forgiveness and ask him for guidance. Like, how can I improve? If God is coming to you and he is telling you, like any form God is coming to you, he is telling you that you are wrong, fall down to his feet or her feet, whatever form you are seeing God as, ask for forgiveness and ask for guidance. If your mother is saying to you, that son, that daughter, you are doing something wrong, fall down to her feet and ask for forgiveness and ask what you are doing is wrong. If your neighbor is saying that you are doing something wrong, I am speaking about ninth house, listen to me very carefully. It's actually a practical remedy, practical solution lies within it. I will not tell you remedies here. I will hardly tell you remedies in my videos, so be prepared. You will have to find the remedies within my words. Sometimes I will tell you things, but most of the time I will not. Yeah, because I don't want to create a cult. So ninth house thing, when your neighbor is saying to you that, oh, why have you started this business, it will not work for you, what you will do? Ignore them and you do your thing. Even if you are wrong, just do it. Sometimes even your mother will not be able to interpret you. Sometimes, in very few cases where mother is absent emotionally, where there is some kind of distance between you and your mother, there is some kind of karmic thing, right? But guru and God can never be wrong. Sometimes your guru can also be wrong if the guru is in a fake cult. If the guru is, let's say, पहले तो हुआ नहीं करता था, but now it seems in Kali Yuga it is that पाखंडी or some kind of, let's say, पाखंड का मतलब होता है जो झूठा वो करता है. But even पाखंड has some kind of सिद्धिज and knowledge. गुरु होते हैं, चाहे वो बुरे हो चाहे अच्छे हो. डिपेंड करता है कि आप शिष्य हो, आप क्या नॉलेज, क्या आप उनसे गेन करते हो. ठीक है, गुरु हैं, आप उनसे क्या लेते हो, दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन यू. बिकॉज इवन द, लेट्स से, वर्स्ट ऑफ द गुरुज, they will fall into the feet of their guru because they know what does guru mean. So just like that, if your guru is telling you that you are doing something wrong, so there is a higher probability that you might be doing something wrong. If your guru is saying ठीक है करो, अच्छा है, then you have his blessing. Now when God is telling you by signs and dreams and any kind of interpretation, and maybe God is coming to you and telling you you are not doing a great thing, तब तो फिर 100% सच है कि you are doing something wrong. Ninth house. This is ninth house. People with Rahu in ninth house, they don't believe in any, उनका ना राहु अनकन्वेंशनल है. इट क्रिएट्स सम काइंड ऑफ अनकन्वेंशनल थिंकिंग पैटर्न टू द नाइन्थ हाउस थिंग्स, बिलीफ सिस्टम. ओके, सो दे डोंट बिलीव समथिंग, इवन इफ दे आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग देम these things themselves. Even if they believe know that okay this exists, they will try to stay in their own lane. ठीक है, अपना रखो तुम बिलीफ सिस्टम, मेरा अपना बिलीफ सिस्टम है. राहु इन द 9th हाउस. बट जब राहु यहीं पे 9th हाउस का जुपिटर से कंट्रोल हो जाए, यानी गुरु से कंट्रोल हो जाए, फॉरगेट अबाउट द जुपिटर इन द चार्ट, learn about the energies that is present in your environment. That is true astrology. True astrology does not lie in your paper chart made of paper. It is around you, it is within you. So let's say Guru has blessed you and your Rahu is in the 9th house, then you will become a very spiritual person. You will become the person who believes in everything that the divine offers, the nature offers. Okay, you will believe in every miracle, even if the miracle is mysterious or there is not has been a miracle, just the normal concept, you will believe that. Ketu in the 9th house, just like that, same thing, बस थोड़ा सा difference ये है कि Ketu in the 9th house is a bit detached. First you will get attached to these things, but later you will get detached. Okay, Rahu in the 3rd house is a very powerful combination. It creates a great warrior, a person with strong morals. Okay, but if Rahu in the 3rd house has ego issues, then they will just say but they will not do anything. बोलने को है, करने को कुछ नहीं है, ये राहु 3rd हाउस. बट जो बोलते नहीं है सिर्फ करते हैं, राहु 3rd हाउस, दे आर द मोस्ट पावरफुल पीपल ऑन अर्थ. जो बोलते नहीं है बस करते हैं. राहु 3rd या राहु 2nd में. तो लेट्स मूव टू द 10th house. Before moving to the 10th house, remember Sagittarius carries the energy of fire element, okay, and the energy of Jupiter, warrior and the guru, both, right? Just like Shri Krishna, Parshuram. Let's move to the 10th house, Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. The element is earth. If you look at the sign Cancer, the 4th house, it was ruled by moon. It has the element of water, but in the 10th house there is earth. To balance the 4th house energy, here comes the earth element. When you leave your home for greater studies, for higher studies, for greater उसे क्या बोलते हैं आप, opportunities to have in your career or in your field, you develop some affinity towards the 10th house. Because after the 4th house, you will move to the 10th house. First, you leave your home to go to school every day. 5th house, school. Then you go to college every day or ya to hostel, 5th house again. After you have come out in the open, in the new world, that is 6th and 7th, you are facing the reality of the world. You are seeing people with their true purposes and all. 8th house, now you have accepted it. 9th house, 9th house is also your higher studies. And higher studies does not mean that some like there is a person that is not a studious person. That person like stopped learning by the age, let's say by they have done 10th or 12th standard or some high school. After high school they have not yet enrolled in any colleges or any higher studies. So what would be the higher study for that person? For that person, the higher studies will be when that person is leaving their home to earn money, to go and do some kind of work, maybe any kind of labor work or any kind of businesses or any kind of, let's say, thing that he will be doing or she will be doing. Okay, that will be the 9th house thing. 10th house is away from the home, the 4th house, to develop some kind of, let's say, a beautiful profession in the 10th house, to beautiful identity, your title. That is the 10th house. You are working for your title. Okay, the Capricorn thing, ruled by Saturn. Saturn will give you the title. Okay, the Saturn will give you something to be known by, like you are known by people because you do this, you are that. That is 10th house, your profession, your title, the thing that people call you. Okay, so that's why the 10th house has the element of earth, because to create a profession, to have a stable career background, you need the energy of earth element. Okay, अगर वहाँ पे एयर एलिमेंट होगा तो आप करियर से करियर भटकते रहोगे. जिनका जेमिनाई होता है 10th हाउस में, दिस पीपल फेस सम इशू इन द करियर सेगमेंट, बिकॉज उनका एक से दूसरी जगह पे बहुत बार मन भटकता है. Same thing with Virgo in the 10th house. Virgo 10th house में क्या होता है कि these people are very bad in organizing things. ठीक है. For those who are good, that means their Mercury is placed very well in the chart. Okay. So 10th house is a very beautiful house, very powerful house. Mars is the planet that gets exalted in the 10th house. The reason? Because Mars is the energy, okay, that you need to develop a strong foundation in your identity. Aries sign, first house, your identity, ruled by Mars. Mars is the lord of the first house, right? Now Mars comes to your identity house, which is 10th house. After the first house, your second identity is your 10th house, right? Like people will call you by your name, that is your first house. Then they will add the profession that you are. Let's say doctor, doctor this, doctor that. Doctor is your 10th house, the name is your first house. Both are given powered by Mars. Mars in the 10th house gets exalted because in the 10th house you need the fire element, need the energy to sustain your work, to have that passion, burning passion. Without passion, 10th house, building 10th house will be difficult for you. There will be a lot of people who will tell you follow your passion. There will be a lot of people who will tell you do not follow your passion, earn money. See, following your passion does not mean that you abandon money. That's a bullshit crap people say. Okay? Following passion means that you're listening to your heart rather than listening to thousands of people around you. People online giving you lectures. People who have not been earning money but they are making videos about how to make money. That is actually a scam, a 12th house scam. So just like that, following your passion will always give you abundance. If you're not following your passion, then you are just working endlessly and you will not be satisfied and happy. That's the reality of life. But that's okay. If you want that, you can also do that. But if you want to follow your passion, never think for a second that you will not be able to build something and acquire money or financial independence. Following your passion will always give you money and financial help. Always give you. It will always come to you. Okay. The phone that I'm recording right now, it's CEO. I don't know the full story, but he started this thing like individually. Like there were no one who believed in him, right? But look at this company, how big this is right now. He is the most richest person known. He followed his passion. That was the passion. ऐसा हुआ कि उसने कैपिटलिज्म छोड़ दिया. Capitalism is necessary for different purposes. Capitalism, let's say not capitalism, let's use a different word. That let's say financial independence is necessary. To make money is necessary. Without the Artha, you cannot move to Kama. When the Kama is not fulfilled, you will not move to the moksh. Arth, Dharma, Arth, Kam, Moksh. First, you follow your dharma, that is your passion. As a human, it's your responsibility to do some kind of work. That's your dharma. As a kid, as a husband, as a corporate job, jo bhi aap corporate worker. If you're a doctor, that's your dharma. To treat patients. So things like this, because 10th house represents your dharma ना. बात को समझो आप लोग. धर्म मतलब धर्म का मतलब है कि आपकी एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, आपका एक नेचर है. You have to follow that. And not just mindlessly, you have to enjoy the process. Okay, because when you enjoy the process, you are attracting abundance and prosperity from all the directions. Kuber comes to my mind when I'm talking about 10th house. The big fat Kuber that we know, Lord Kuber. He rides the human. Do you know? His Vahana is human. In some iconography, you will see that Kubera rides the human form, the human being. Why? Because the desire to get money is itself is a flaw of human. Do not desire money. Work for it and money will come to you. Money is like a beautiful woman. If you be desperate or running after her, she will run away from you. If you just sit down calmly like Shiva, she will come to you and she will sit down beside you and she will ask you who are you, and she will want to learn from you. Okay, money is feminine energy. Feminine energy should never be tamed. When you are desiring something, let's say you are desiring a lot of money, you are desiring this and that, you are trying to tame money, you are trying to have control over it. The energy will slip away from your hands. You will be left with nothing but misery. But when you sit down, when you believe in yourself that okay, whatever I am doing, money will come to me. If I need money, money will come to me. 10th house की बातें कर रहा हूँ मैं यहाँ पे, ये सब 10th house के बारे में है. After 10th house you move to the 11th house, that is your income. Whether it's the financial income, whether it's the connection that you make with people, the friends and the long distance relatives. Okay, the 11th house is also your thoughts which go out in the sky, the manifestation that you put out in the energy that you put out in the world, that is 11th house. Okay, if someone has a very powerful 11th house, they have the powerful ability to manifest anything. If you have a powerful second house, you can manifest anything. Second house and 11th house, these two houses are for manifestation. Other houses are also there. हर हाउस का एक अपना अपना आप अगर देखोगे तो कुछ ना कुछ तो मिल ही जाएगा. बट दिस थिंग लाइक 11th and 2nd house, these two houses are very beautifully placed so that you manifest your desires. ठीक है, आप धर्म करोगे तभी तो अर्थ आएगा, अर्थ आएगा तभी तो काम आएगा. काम का मतलब डिजायर, कि मुझे ये खरीदना है, मुझे वो करना है. बुरी चीज नहीं है. यू डोंट हैव टू त्यागना आपको नहीं है. यू आर नॉट अ मॉन्क. ओके, यू आर अ नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बीइंग. हैव सम डिजायर, फुलफिल योर डिजायर, गेट engrossed in it, but when the time comes, get out of it also. Do not think about it 24/7. If you want something, write it down, or maybe speak to yourself that I want this, and just work. Maybe today, tomorrow, in few years, in few months, those things will come to you. But if you're sitting down and asking God, like, give me right now, ऐसे थोड़ी ना होता है. Just like the woman example that I gave you, women are feminine. Okay, women are ruled by Venus. Money is Venus. Okay, money is actually a feminine energy. Money is in the form of wealth, not just money, gold, silver. Wealth can also come into the form of knowledge. People are out there, you will see a lot of beautiful, I have a lot of respect for those kind of people. Like, people will sit down in front of a Devi or Devta Mandir, like very, a Jyotirlinga, or maybe let's say a Shakti Peeth, something like that, and they will sit down there for days and days and days in the search of knowledge and wisdom, like mother will, give them. That's a very beautiful sight. But at the same time, some people will, do desperate things to attain knowledge. I can't disclose that here. But there are people who are doing desperate manners of attempts to attain that knowledge. But even that is considered bhakti. This is the divine leela, na? If you are trying to attain the sanidhya of devata or devi, the siddhi, that is the communion of, let's say, divine, even whatever you do, it will become an offering to the deity itself. But to normal human beings, it will seem very odd, very selfish. Something like that will happen. So let's say that in the desperate attempts to find knowledge and wealth, you stumble upon a desire. That you have the desire to have, let's say, this amount of money and this amount of wealth and this thing. All you are doing is putting all of your energy in that particular thing. But there are tons of karmic things that are left for you to do, okay, in the backside of your, trolley. You have a lot of things. You have a full checklist जिसको आपको कंप्लीट करना है. बट उसके छोड़ करके आपने बस यहाँ पे ऐसे दिमाग लगा के रखा हुआ कि आई वांट दिस एंड दिस ओनली. This happens to a lot of people also. There are people who are manifesting their significant other. I am quoting my fingers, significant other. Why I am quoting this? While the manifestation thing is very beautiful thing a person can do, like manifesting another person, when Mata Parvati manifested Lord Shiva, she was not sitting down and writing down things about कि Lord Shiva ये है ऐसे हैं मुझे यही चाहिए. No, she was doing tapas. She was burning herself in the tapas. She did not know how Shiva looked. Even though people were coming to her and telling her that, oh, he looks like that, he does that, he eats that, he drinks that. Okay, he lives. He does not have any home. He is like a vagabond. Okay, vagabond who wanders here from there. She did not know how Shiva looked, how Lord Shiva was. Even if she heard a lot about him, not for a second she sat down in the tapas and she thought of him as that form. She has that love for him in the heart. That's where the tapas happened. She was not describing him like मेरे भगवान मेरे स्वामी ऐसे हैं वैसे हैं मुझे ये चाहिए हमारा मिलन ऐसे होगा. No, she was not so particular about that. Only thing that she did was tapas, ध्यान. ठीक है, on the love she had for Lord Shiva. This is a very great thing to know. Shakti trying to attain Shiva. I will cover that in some other video. But it is this Shiv that attains Shakti, not the other way around. But here that we know about this particular thing, it's actually very enlightening. The Shakti is trying to attain Shiva. It is happening opposite. Like Shiva attains the Shakti, not the other way around. But here Shakti is attaining Shiva. So beautifully our rishis have, well, not to deviate from the topic, so just like mother, okay, there are people who will try to manage. ये अब हम ना 11th house में आ चुके हैं. We are talking about 11th house, the Aquarius sign, that is the house of manifestation, the house where you get something, incomes, okay, the form of knowledge, wealth or anything. So that 11th house will give you everything that you desire, everything that you want, but only when you are not specific upon the form of the thing. I heard this quote in a video game. Actually, I haven't not played that video game, but I heard this quote in a video game. Okay, interestingly, I don't know who wrote this, but it was like the nature of the thing is more important than the form of the thing. The nature of the thing is more important than the form of the thing. That's what Mata did. She was meditating upon the nature of Lord Shiva, not the form. While you are doing your sadhana, you meditate upon the form. That's a totally different thing. But when you forget about the form, that is the utmost dhyana. That is the utmost, like that is the very highest level of sadhana one can do. ऐसे नॉर्मली नहीं होता है. ठीक है, nature of the thing is more important than the form of the thing. To attain the things of 11th house, to attain the things that you desire in the 11th house, you have to forget about the form of the thing that you are desiring, you have a desire about. You have the dharma, you have the earth, you have the kama. Now kama does not mean necessarily that you are having the form. That's why Kubera writes human, because human have this tendency to particularly desire a form. That's why Kubera is telling you, rise above the human mindset थोड़ा सा. ठीक है. सो 11th हाउस में एयर एलिमेंट है, वहाँ पे आप कनेक्शन बनाते हो, आपके दोस्त बनते हैं, फैमिली फ्रेंड्स, ओके, ये फंक्शंस वगैरह नॉर्मल चीज़ें जो होती हैं, गेट टुगेदर मीटिंग्स वगैरह, ओके. 11th हाउस इज योर टेरेस. आप अपने घर के छत पे जाओ तो दैट इज 11th हाउस. ठीक है. टू हील योर 11th हाउस, यू कैन एक्चुअली वॉक ऑन योर टेरेस इन द मॉर्निंग और इन योर इवनिंग टाइम, बिकॉज उस टाइम पे स्काई की एनर्जी बहुत हाई होती है. दैट विल गिव यू सम अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि आपके साथ चीज़ें क्यों हो रही है. प्लस चलने से क्या होगा, 11th हाउस का रूलर सैटर्न होता है, चलने से आपको आपके बॉडी में एक एनर्जी का सर्ज होता है. देखो मैं रेमेडी दे रहा हूँ अब. चलने से क्या होता है, आपके एनर्जी में बॉडी में सर्ज होता है, ब्लड आपका सर्कुलेट होता है, एंड ऊपर से स्काई से आपको एनर्जी आती है, एंड इट विल रिजनरेट यू, इट विल हील यू इन अ वे, and you will get a lot of ideas and thoughts and clarity. 11th हाउस में क्लैरिटी मिलता है. ओके, अब आते हैं 12th हाउस में. 12th हाउस इज ऑफ पाइसिस, मोक्ष इसको बोलते हैं. ठीक है, पाइसिस इज डिनोटेड बाय फीट. लॉर्ड विष्णु's फीट इज कॉल्ड पाइसिस. ओके, वहाँ पे मछलियाँ ना एक दूसरे को चेज करती हैं. व्हाट आर द फिश जो एक दूसरे को चेज, यिन एंड यांग बनता है 12th हाउस में. Whatever you believe not to be true, whatever you believe to be darkness, that darkness itself is the cause of the light that you know. Without darkness there will be no light, without light there will only be darkness. ठीक है, and in the darkness light itself gets reborn, manifests. 12th house is just like that. If you have lived a life which is, let's say, a boring life, a life that you have not enjoyed, and life you have not yet, let's say, you did not lived your life on your own terms, you lived your life under some kind of pressure from your parents, then some your partner, then some pressure from your children, okay, then again something else, and you did not live a healthy full life, young life, okay, of your own understanding, of your own freedom, then 12th house is going to give you trouble. That is going to happen. Okay, so just like that, 12th house is the house where you find yourself to leave everything. People with Ketu in the 12th house, after the age of 50 or 55, they want to just leave the world, and they want to stay in a cabin alone in the woods. Okay, and they want to just stay there meditating upon the Lord, or any kind of like meditation they have to do. They just want to do that because in the Rahu in the 6th house, they have exhausted. 6th house Rahu, daily work, they have exhausted their life with indulging themselves with overwork. Now that they have become old and fragile, they want to live their life in isolation. That is Ketu in the 12th house. Rahu in the 12th house is just opposite. Like people with Rahu in the 12th house, either they will be getting more and more involved in the worldly matters and the things around them, or they will get into the spiritual fields and they will leave everything in the early ages. Okay, now some people don't leave everything and they sit down in front of the camera and talk about these things. People with Rahu in 12th house, but that's for the end of the day. So the 12th house energy is very important to understand, because in the 12th house it's your subconscious which you cannot access. Only by the dreams when you are sleeping in the night or in the morning, whenever you're sleeping, your 12th house gets activated. Okay, that's why the 12th house is called bed rest, bed pleasures. In that, the physical intimacy with your partner also comes. 12th house से देखा जाता है. ठीक है, 8th house is of intimacy, 8th house is of emotional and physical connection. Okay, things about private, that is to be done in the private. Okay, and 12th house is of mating. Okay, where you are actually meeting with people and you are doing some kind of thing like which will lead to another form of life, or which will lead to another form of relationship. Even if you're, let's say, not doing making a physical some kind of relationship, even if you, let's say you are a friend with someone and you are just sitting down and talking to each other all night long, you have made an emotional connection that has activated both of your 12th houses. Now you are connected. See, it does not necessarily mean that you have to touch someone physically to touch their soul. If you have touched anyone's soul, that 12th house is activated and the karmic things will always be there. Okay, one more thing about 12th house is like 12th house is your top of the head. 12th house is your spending. Yeah, even if you're spending some money, spending any kind of thing, like even if, like I'm talking right now, I'm spending my energy. I'm putting my energy to this video so that this video will be posted and people will look at it, see this, and they will try to decipher the knowledge that I'm giving. 12th house I am giving out, that is 12th house, the Pisces. Element is water. Pisces has the is the element of water. Okay, but this Pisces element is very calm and very composed. Sea, like something like sea, a deep sea, okay, deep blue sea. That is Pisces. The best deity to worship for Pisces related issues is to Lord Vishnu, Mahavishnu, that is sitting, that is sleeping on the cosmic ocean with serpent, like the Shesh Nag over his head. sleeping on the cosmic horizon and is Seshna on the over the head. That is the best form of the Mahavishnu that is to be worshipped for some Pisces related issues. Okay, so this is 12th house. Also in the 12th house, spirituality blooms. In the 8th house, you are suffering. In the 9th house, you are surrendering. In the 10th house, you are doing your work as a human being. You are doing your dharma. Okay. 11th house, you are gaining something from that you are doing. Your karma, that is getting karma. Okay. वो fulfill हो रहा है, desire fulfill हो रहा है. And your 12th house is the moksha. Moksha does not necessarily mean that you are becoming a light of body of pure light and you are flying around the sky. That is not how moksha works. Moksha means that now that you are liberated, you don't necessarily need any kind of, let's say, particular desire. Every desire has been fulfilled for you, and even if there is a new desire, you know that it will get fulfilled anyway, so you will not stick to it. You will not try to attach yourself with those kind of things. That is true moksha. That is true liberation. That is enlightenment. Enlightenment does not necessarily mean that you have to leave this body in a very grandiose manner, that you are taking samadhi, or you are doing some kind of miracle, or you are flying in the sky, or you are becoming a big blob of light running like here to there every now and then. It means that you have accepted life as it is. You know what the energy means. You know there are things beyond this what you see. Okay, you know how the universe works. You know how the cosmos works. You know how the creation works. That is 12th house knowledge. सहस्रारा चक्र जो होता है सबसे ऊपर बॉडी में, माइंड ऊपर दिमाग के ऊपर जो शो किया जाता है कि वहाँ ऊपर में ग्रंथि बनती है, 1000 petal lotus, ठीक है. That is the 12th house energy. If you, there is a very great thing I'll tell you. If you want to, let's say, experience 12th house, go to a gurudwara, or let's say you are not you want to experience the 12th house even in the more intensity. Go to a Buddhist monastery, not just random anyone. Go somewhere, some monastery which is there for a few hundreds of years in the Himalaya, in the mountain regions. There are few, something like that. Okay, just go and meditate. Sit down and just meditate. Just stay there for a couple of days. Your 12th house will be activated, and your karmic things will burn off like fire burns wood very nicely, and you will also feel very peace and calm. Not because that is the Buddhist monastery या फिर वैसे कुछ लेना देना है मंत्रों से ना. Even if you are sitting in a temple, let's say, you go in a very powerful consecrated temple, you are sitting, let's say you are sitting beside a shivling. Even then your 8th house and 12th house will be activated. Okay, but let's say you are going to a shivling which is placed in a Himalayan region, or a Himachal Pradesh or Uttarakhand, or any place around the hills and mountains. That will actually activate your 12th house very intensely. And when that happens, you will feel कि अच्छा ये होता है isolation, ये होता है detachment, इसको बोलते हैं असली peace. आप लोगों के साथ हुआ होगा, like if you have traveled to Kedarnath or some places like that in the mountain regions, okay, some beautiful powerful temples or monasteries, something like that. If you have traveled to there, then जाने के बाद और वहाँ पे रहने पे you must have felt कि very peace and calm, very detached and everything. Okay, but as soon as you came to your town and your home, everything floods back. ऐसा इसलिए होता है because you're not accustomed to that energy. You just felt a glimpse of it. So 12th house is the energy of these things. ठीक है, when you are dying, your soul leaves from the 12th house. Okay, your soul leaves this body, you leave this body from the 12th house. Or let's say you are dying in pain, some 6th house related to pain, then you will be leaving your body from 6th house. Sometimes people leave the body from 8th house, rebirth हो जाता है फिर से. ट्वेल्थ हाउस से जिनका होता है उनका डेथ पीसफुल होता है. So more about this in later videos. I will create 8th house videos and 12th house videos as well, and also I will create a elaborate version of these signs and zodiac, all of these things. Okay, there will be videos coming about nakshatras and planets and all. So all these two videos that I have just posted, the part one covering from Aries to Virgo, and this second part covering Libra to Pisces. These two videos are not specifically designed for individually कि आप अपना ascendant को देखो या moon sign देखो. Let's say if you have ascendant Libra, तब Libra वाली चीज़ को अच्छे से समझो और सुनो. If you have let's say Aries ascendant, तो आप Aries वाली चीज़ को अच्छे से सुनो और समझो. If you are interested in astrology, ऐसे ही आपको सीखना है, then watch the videos repeatedly as much as you can. You will find many things. Okay then, see you again.